Hi everybody, it's Christi Bintliff. Thanks for tuning back in to LEAP2 Solutions. As many of you know, I am a consultant, but I'm also a practice administrator for a group practice here in Durham, North Carolina. So just as many of you that are watching this, I'm going through the same growing pains that you are, as learning how to navigate through COVID-19. So our practice actually closed on officially, our first day of closure was on March 18th, and that was the time that our staff was sent home, and we were limited to clinical staff that were here supporting one doctor for emergency treatment only. We are only open 2 days a week on Mondays and Thursdays. And other than that, there's nobody in this office except for myself that come in periodically to take care of the business of dentistry, because that's always ongoing. Prior to that time, we were a very busy practice, as many of you were. And then suddenly, as we saw this unfolding, we suddenly found ourselves in a position of complete closure. Now, for me, I'm used to a closure for 1 week to 8 days during the end of the year, as the staff is sent home and I'm doing year-end processing. But this is quite different. We've now been closed since March 18th, and it is now closer to the end of April, and we don't really have a definitive date of when we can open. So lots of emotions have happened during this time with staff, doctors, patients, as we're all trying to grasp the new reality that we're in. We're going through the storm of it, but it's a lot better than it was when we began, and we're being able to see the light at the end of the tunnel and starting to see plans formulated to help us open up our practices and beginning to adjust to the new norm that will still be in place when we start back, because we have to do things differently than we did before. So my question to you is, are you prepared? You know, reopening post-COVID is going to look much different than it did for your practice prior to your closing. And you need to be ready. The time to be preparing is now, not a day or two before you actually open. You should be drafting out a plan of action of how you're going to treat your patients and the infection control and all the things that come with it, because it's a very different reality, because we don't know if there's continuation of the spread of COVID-19 even after they deem it okay for states to reopen. So we need to plan as if it's still a possibility that someone could be a carrier of COVID-19, and treat and adjust your practice protocols accordingly. So if you don't have a plan, now is the perfect time. If you know that you might be opening in a couple weeks, or you don't really have a definitive date, it's still the time to start doing your research, start carving out your plan, and then start involving your staff with this plan. Now, I also suggest taking it a next step further. Once you've got the plan, you have it all laid out, try to bring your staff in at least a week prior to what I would like to say a soft opening. In the time that you're bringing them in ahead of time, you're doing role play. I know everybody hates that, but it's very important that you role play from the check-in process to the handoff process to the appointment in the treatment rooms, to the exiting of the treatment rooms, to the checkout, and so on. You need to have that completely fine-tuned, because your patients are going to be watching every move you make, and they want to be assured that you're doing everything in the best possible way to control COVID-19, making sure they're safe and healthy and as best as they can be under the circumstances. So it's very important. Develop the plan, role play the plan, work the plan. So in work the plan, I don't say open your schedules up and open the doors up and it's business as usual, because the reality is it's not going to be. You need to have a soft opening, maybe having appointments staggered, working your plan, not having a full schedule. You need to take this slow so that you got your system and your rhythm in place, and then slowly build upon that. But don't go in gung-ho, because I feel like that's going to be disastrous for you. So with that in mind, again, develop the plan, role play the plan with your staff, also ask them for input on the plan, and then do a soft opening. There's still a lot to do post-COVID when we get back into the real world. If you have any questions or you would like for me to help in any way, please reach out to me. I am learning this just as everyone that's watching this video. I'm developing my plan for our office, and we'll be working it. We'll be adding to it. We might be taking some things away. We've got to find what's going to work for us, just as you will, because if you're in Washington or New York City, your situation is going to be different than here in North Carolina, where the cases were not as many as your area. So please reach out to me. If I am not able to help you, I can at least point you to someone that can, and that is what I'm all about, is just helping you in any way that I can. So I do hope that I will hear from you. You can reach out to me at LEAP2 Solutions at gmail.com. My phone number is 919-798-2116. I'm happy to help in any way I can. Be safe, be well, and be excited that we're almost to the point that we can reopen and start embracing our new norm as dentistry forges forward with COVID-19. So take care, guys. I'll see you soon.